Hello bookworms, I'm Becca and today I am doing the stay at home reading tag as part of the stay at home reading rush that was created by Ariel Bissett among other lovely people. It starts tomorrow, April 16th, and runs through April 19th. There are some lovely challenges, and it's all about coming together during this quarantine to stay home and read. So as part of the TBR, there was a wonderful tag created, and here's that tag. So I'm going to leave information that you might need if you want to join this round of the Reading Rush down below in the description. So let's get started. Question number 1 is, how has reading been going for you while staying home? I'm finding it harder to want to actually pick up a book and read. It's not distracting my mind as much as I would like. So I have just been watching a lot of YouTube and TikTok and playing a lot of Animal Crossing. Question number 2 is, where have you been reading at home? I've been reading all over my apartment, honestly. I've been reading right here in my reading room, in my chair that's over there. I have read a couple of times in my bed, which is really rare for me. I don't typically read on my bed, but that's what I wanted to do that day, and I ended up finishing a book. So that was lovely. I read a lot in my living room. I have a chair, a couch, and a love seat, so I have lots of seating. And I read outside for the first time a couple days ago, but now it is snowing, so can't really read outside today. But I read out on my deck for a little bit. It was really chilly, but I needed some fresh air desperately, so I made a cup of tea, put on a sweatshirt, and went and read outside, and it was lovely. It was really nice. So I'm hoping that the weather warms up just a little bit so that I can get back out there and read some more outside, because I think that was my favorite by far. Question number 3 is, what is the best book that you have read while staying at home? And I have 2. The first book I want to share is Rick by Alex Gino. This one is coming out April 21st. It's a middle grade about a boy named Rick who is starting a new school, a new middle school, and he's grappling with his sexuality and coming to terms with the fact that he may be asexual. It is really lovely. I adored this book and this story. This is a companion book, kind of, to Alex Gino's other book, George, which I also really enjoyed. I was just happy to revisit the characters from George and see them a little bit more grown up. It was cute. The story was amazing, and everyone should pick this book up when it comes out. The next book that I just finished today, and it was everything that I needed and more, is Check Please Book 2, Sticks and Scones. This was just everything that I needed. This is a sequel, obviously, to Check Please #hockey. This follows the last 2 years in college with our main character, Biddy, he's a vlogger, he is on the men's hockey team, and he loves to bake. I'm telling you guys, this is the book that you didn't know that you needed. But you need it. Trust me when I say that. And you don't even have to be a hockey fan. I promise you, I am not a huge hockey fan. I like hockey. I know this much about hockey. I just love the characters. I love the story. The ending, he had me in tears. I'm not ready to say goodbye to these characters, but I'm so happy that I have both of the books so then I can revisit them whenever I want. And that ties right into question number 4, which is, what is your favorite feel-good book? I would definitely recommend both of those books, and I have a couple more. So obviously you can't read book 2 of Check Please without reading book 1. So I have book 1 here, #hockey. It focuses on his freshman and sophomore year, while book 2 focuses mainly on junior and senior year. It's about him, like I said, starting college, and he is gay but not really out yet. He's just trying to find himself. It's so good, you guys. You will love this. I promise you. I promise you. I also have another middle grade. I have a whole slew of books. This is going to just turn into a feel-good book recommendations video. But one of my favorite middle grades of all time is Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World by Ashley Herring Blake. This is about a girl named Ivy whose whole world is basically turned upside down when a tornado rips through her town and destroys her house and with it, she can't find her notebook that has secret drawings of her holding hands with a girl. So she's really upset about that. But then Ivy's pictures start appearing in her locker anonymously, and they are encouraging her to open up about who she is. This is so good. I mean, you honestly cannot go wrong with a middle grade. Most middle grade books will give you some really good vibes in one way or another. Even if it's a darker middle grade, I feel like a lot of middle grades end up being about friendship, which we all need in our lives, and family. And this one is just about a girl trying to figure out who she is, and it's lovely. I adore it. If you like YA and you want some feel-good books, I've only read one by this author, but I'm sure that if this one book made me smile, the other ones will as well. And it is Emma Mills. I read Famous in a Small Town, and it's one of my favorite books that I've read recently. I loved it so much that I bought all of Emma Mills' other books, so that says a lot. So I would definitely recommend this if you want a nice, fun, young adult contemporary. And of course, one of my classic go-tos that I reread all the time is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. If you don't know about this book, I just don't even know what to tell you. It's amazing. I feel like it's a booktube staple. The movie's really well done, in my opinion, as well. I love this book. It makes me happy. I might have to reread it soon. Question number 5 is, what book would you want to buy right now from a bookstore or get from a library? And I don't really have a specific book that I want to obtain at this moment. I kind of just wish that I could go to a bookstore in general. I miss going places. I have not left my apartment since we went on lockdown. I've only left twice, but I haven't gotten out of the car. And that was March 13th. So that's how my life has been. I literally have been staying home and inside. So I just would like to be able to go places again. That's all. The next question is, what is an author that you would like to shout out at this time? And again, I have 2 because I'm extra. The first one, of course, is Alex Gino. Everyone go buy their book, Rick, that is coming out. It's so good. I hope that everyone reads it, because it's an important story. Speaking of important stories, I have another really well done book. It is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany B Jackson. I believe this one came out last year, but I'm not entirely sure. This is a young adult thriller, kind of, and it is not a feel-good book. It is absolutely not a feel-good book, but it is a really important story, and it's an underrated book, and I really think that more people need to read this book because the story is important, in my opinion. So yeah, Tiffany D Jackson. Read this book. And lastly, what is your Reading Rush TBR? The first challenge is to read a book with a house on the cover. So for that, I chose Mel Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia, who is the author of Eliza and Her Monsters, which is the reason that I picked up this book. So I don't really know what it's about. I think that it's kind of like a young adult thriller, but it has some paranormal ghosties in it, maybe. I'm excited. I love the colors of this book, and this will be the perfect excuse to read it. The next challenge is to read a book set somewhere that you want to go, and I didn't really know what to choose for this, so instead I just chose a road trip book. So I chose I Want to Be Where You Are by Christina Forrest, and this is about a girl who wants to audition for music school, but her mom says no, and she decides to go anyway. So she goes on a road trip to go audition for this music program, and I just think that that's lovely, and I get serious like Moana and Little Mermaid vibes from this. So I've been wanting to pick it up for a while. Again, perfect excuse. And the last book challenge is to read a book that will make you smile, and I was really drawn to this one on my shelf. It's called The Bookworm Crush by Lisa Brown Roberts. I think that it's just gonna be a really simple, fluffy YA romance, and it's about a bookworm, so that's bound to make me smile one way or another. Obviously, the last challenge for the Reading Rush is to read a book in the same room the whole time, and I just don't think that's going to be a problem right now because I've been sticking to one room in my house mainly. So there's that. Let me know down below in the comments what books you are going to be reading for the Reading Rush if you're doing it. I hope that a lot of people join in because it's going to be really fun and I'm excited. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below to see more bookish videos. That's all I got for you guys today, and I will see you next time. Bye!